All right, good afternoon, traders. Hopefully, everyone had a great day. All three market indices down today. Now, before we get into the show, I really do want to thank all my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Now, with that, we're going to go over the SPY. We've added the RUT or the RUT and also the triple Qs in our analysis every day. And then I will give you the three stocks that look good going into tomorrow. Now, for anyone who did watch yesterday's show, I did say I kind of almost predicted that we are going to see a lot of selling into this market. My theory was we made such a huge run from mid-March all the way till almost the last day trading, and it's only smart that traders and investors are going to lock in those profits, okay, and then defer those taxes until 2022. It only makes sense, and there's a high probability, that we are going to continue seeing the selling pressure. And you know why? Because a lot of these traders are going to sell today and they're not going to get in back. They're not going to get back in for a while. They're not going to do those wash sales. They're going to look for other names. They're going to just take their time. They're going to be patient. They're going to wait to also look at key levels, 50-day moving averages, the 200-day moving averages, the value areas. They're going to look at technicals and where we should get in, and then scale into those positions. So anyone who sold today is not going to be eager to get back into the market, and that just normal. It just makes sense, right? So it's our job, it's our opportunity to also be patient, to sell a little bit of these stocks that we've had such great runs in, and then buy back at certain key levels when the time is right. All right, so let's go right into it. We're going to do the SPY, the RUT, and then the triple Qs. All right, everyone, here we go. So the SPY, as you know, made that 52-week high. I did not like that spinning top action that we had. We started to drift higher all the way into the end of the year. And then today we gapped up. We hit this lower Bollinger Band all the way down here, guys. And then it did get bought up, right? Because that is a support level. But the only thing I don't like the way, this is the first time in a very, very long time, guys, that we did hit this lower Bollinger Band. Check it out. When's the last time we hit this lower Bollinger Band? It was late October. So to me, this signifies, especially if we start gapping down tomorrow, that we're going to see not only a retest of today's lows, but a high probability we're going to, retest this 50-day moving average, okay? So watch that key level going forward. If we start gapping down, don't be a hero. There's no reason to buy, and find stocks, find securities that underperformed, that will probably have good runs going forward. And I'm going to show you three of those at the end of the show. All right, that is the SPY. Watch that key level for tomorrow. Watch that, obviously today's low. It did hit that lower Bollinger Band, guys. So there's going to probably, if we start taking that out tomorrow, there's going to be a cascading effect to this 50-day moving average. All right, next stock or the next index on the list is going to be the triple Qs. We made a 52-week high. That is a testament of how strong the tech sector is, right? The Qs are that index, and we made a really nice high. Now what? We did sell off with the rest of the market. I would, here's another one. Great way to play the overall market if you want to be tech heavy. The thing is, wait, be patient. Wait for this 50-day moving average. I could almost guarantee that at some point, not tomorrow, maybe not next week or not next month, we are going to touch this 50-day moving average, guys. So there's a high probability you can buy this a lot lower. Watch this key level right here, and then try to start taking initial positions. Not when we start hitting that 50-day moving average. Be patient. Last one is the RUT. How did the RUT perform today? Well, this one clearly underperformed. This is going to be the most volatile of all of them. This is more of your micro cap names, the smaller companies. So this is going to have much larger swings. And here's another one that, in my opinion, after making that 52-week high, there's a little bit of resistance right here at 1987, 1988 area. So there's a high probability every time we see any buying that there's going to be selling at this 10-day moving average right here until we start seeing lower prices, probably all the way down here at that 1825, 1830 level. So again, if you do play the RUT, if you do play these smaller market cap names, watch the RUT carefully, see how that trades, because a lot of smaller cap stocks trade off of the RUT and how that is performing. All right, guys, I'm going to give you three stocks going into tomorrow. I really like all of them. The risk reward setup is going to be really nice on all of these, especially on these uncertain times. And so it's very, very important that we know our out prices. Hey, we make a mistake, boom, we're out. Okay, first one's going to be BYSI. Here we go. BYSI was only down 4 cents. Okay, not too bad on a bad day. Last week, Evercore put a $30 price target on this, had a really, really good day. Now we started drifting lower. We're right here at that 10 SMA right here. So again, guys, for tomorrow, be a buyer if you're in this name and you want to add to your position above today's high of 1239, and then use clearly this 10 SMA right down here, okay, at 1166 as you're out. Any close below 1166 should be sold in BYSI. All right, next stock on the list that looks pretty good going into tomorrow, where your risk reward setup is extreme, is defined, is BLNK. Here's one that we've played in the past. Ever since that breakout from mid November, this has been on a tear. Went from 11 bucks all the way to 56. So what now, guys? Take a look at this. If you look at this chart, what's the one indicator that it's held since that breakout consistently? It's this midpoint Bollinger Band. It's this light blue line. So now, if you're in the name, this light blue line or this midpoint Bollinger Band has to hold. If it doesn't, if it starts breaking below that, there's a high probability that we are going to test this 50-day moving average. So again, you're going to see buyers step in right here at 35.80, 36 bucks, and probably even today, you could, at the end of the day, buyers probably did step in that anticipation that, hey, I'm going to give this a $2 move. Okay, so any break below this midpoint Bollinger Band, I will be out of the name. Okay, so again, watch that key level. It's very important if you're in BLNK. Now, if you know the story, you love the story, this is probably a good time for someone to buy, okay, if you want to add to your position. But watch out. If it does start closing below that BLNK, BLNK starts closing below that midpoint Bollinger Band, this whole move from mid-November is going to be, for lack of a better word, different. So if it's different, we're going to have to look at a different moving average or some other key levels before we could step in and buy. Okay, that is BLNK. Last stock on the list that we've played in the past, SAVA. One main reason why the chart doesn't look too good on this, but there's some key levels I want you to check out. The one thing I do like, we were up 27 cents or 4% for the day on a really, really bad day. This stock should have gotten crushed, but it didn't. Okay, to me that shows strength. It shows a lot of the sellers are out of the name. They probably took their tax loss at the end of the year, end of last year, so there's only new buyers coming in. Everyone who's in the name now is probably dedicated to this stock. Okay, so again, take a look at this. We we have a little bit of resistance right here at, let's call it 721. We broke above it. We did close below it. We do have resistance right here. The last 4 or 5 trading days, we held that level of 675 really nicely. I don't see why it shouldn't hold going forward. So again, if I were me, I know the name, I will be a buyer above today's high in SAVA and then use that stop price of 675, that hard stop at 675 as my out. If that fails, there's a high probability that we're going to go all the way down here to that, that 200-day moving average. Okay, guys, that is SAVA. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend. Again, guys, look at those key levels. Now, if you don't want to do it, just subscribe. Look at my channel. We're going to go over those key levels all the time. Come back every day. I try to do the show in under 10 minutes, and I guarantee you this is going to be the best 10 minutes that you spend on your future, basically, right? I'm going to teach you how to trade. I'm going to teach you how to play off these key levels, and I guarantee you're going to make a little bit of money, or at the very least learn how to trade yourself, which is extremely important. All right, everyone, again, my name is Eric. Hopefully everyone had a good day. Don't be too stressed out about these pullbacks or healthy mechanisms for the market. We need these pullbacks. It gets other people, other traders back in, and we just keep going higher. We'll just grind higher, okay? All right, everyone, have a great night. Again, if you like the show, please go ahead and subscribe. And remember, trade smart and be safe.